So what's one myth that you'd like to bust about, the trade itself or carpenters? What do you think that there's some people believe, but it's just so far from the truth?
I don't know. I feel like sometimes the news and the shows are like from all the negativity that builders aren't sort of professional or trustworthy and they're just looking to get money.
Yeah.
From what like I watch a lot of like the site inspector.
Yep.
So he's great, and then you see like a lot of the feedback like, where are all the good builders in Melbourne? Well, I'll tell you where all the good builders are. I'm working for them. You know what I mean? Like it's just there's a lot of really good builders, but also like really good guys, and I think that is where it's important where I feel like the model has to sort of change. Like I understand there's a market for people, first home buyers, and people have budgets, but when you're building sort of that mid tier like to high level range, like the pre-construction process is huge. Like you need to be engaging builders early, like they need to be involved in design, because there's a crazy percentage, I could be wrong, but I think it's like something like 60 or 70% of plans that get drawn don't actually get built.
That's wild.
And that's because we have an industry that's sort of fueled by people getting money early on. Like you get a big set of plans drawn, and they don't have any idea how to price these projects, as well as what the builders, they could have some idea. But these builders I'm working with, they're not trying to take all your money. They're like, they have like the pride I have for carpentry, they have in delivering high, like beautiful homes, and like they just stand back and they're like, oh, I love looking at this detail or this or that. Like they have genuine like passion. Yeah. I think one thing, if anyone could take that away, like listening to that, is just like there's a lot of like amazing builders out there. It's just about like I guess meeting and like spending time with them and building that relationship. Not just here are my plans, give me the price. Yeah, that's it. It's because you're going to get a lot of cowboys who can enter the chat when you're doing it that way. Because you've got an idea of how the build process should go based on what you've done with your your drafter, your architect, and everything that you've been involved in to start with. But when you're walked through the process, the way that I see these builders walk through their clients with, it's like they're involved in a lot of the steps. Like, okay, how would you like this? How's this room going to flow from here to here? These are the issues that we could run into. So make sure you leave allowances for this, and you pay for that to start with. Yeah, and you maybe spend. I don't really know the cost of myself from that, but like you say, you spend 50 grand, and like that's what a good set of plans will cost you on the pre-construction process. But then that saves you down the long run, because you don't get halfway through, or you don't get what happens to these poor people on these site inspector shows, where they spend their life savings of $400,000 or $500,000, and they're left with a house that's not built to code. Yeah, and like things more stress than you could probably ever imagine put on somebody like that, and they're hopeless. Yeah.
And they can't even, they don't even have the money to rectify it, or, and the builders go under, and then they never come back and fix anything. And you're right, it's a nightmare waiting down.
Yeah. But I think, to summarise that long tangent I went on, there are a lot of good builders and good people as builders out there. And it's just about taking the time to meet them and spend time with them before going ahead, I think. And they're not out to take your money. They're out to give you a good job and make it honest living for themselves and their family, and keep you involved in the process as well.
Definitely. And I think through my experience, because I've been with CA for almost 8 years now, and it's my experience is I've met so many good carpenters and good builders, and I can only really count on maybe one hand really of the bad people that I've sort of come in contact with. Yeah. And there's been thousands of people that I've sort of interacted with over the years, and you're right, I think there's a lot more good out there. It's not as doom and gloom as people sort of say. Yeah.